14-year-old laptop has been misused. It was dirty, and the 1024 by 768 display just does not cut it anymore. So, how is it using a 15-year-old laptop today in 2018? Let's find out. This old laptop is running Windows Vista Home Basic. It has a Pentium M processor and 512 megabytes of RAM. And excuse that Dell logo, that's the only copy of Windows Vista I actually had. And it does not come activated unless it is on a Dell machine. So let's see it boot up. Okay, so on the left here we have a Dell Inspiron laptop connected up to an external display. On the right here we have the Toshiba running Windows Vista. So let's see which one will boot up first. So this one is running Windows 7 Ultimate on the Dell, and this Windows Vista laptop is booting up. So the Windows 7 one is up onto the desktop, and this one is attempting. So this laptop originally came with Windows XP Professional, but I upgraded it to Windows Vista a little while after. So this one is, so let's show you the specs of each computer. So this one is running Windows Vista Home Basic Service Pack 1. I can put it on Windows 7, but I'd say the max is Windows Vista. So, it's running a Pentium M processor at 1.5 gigahertz, and it has 512 megabytes of PC100, I think, memory. So it's not the best. On the left here we have Windows 7 Service Pack 1. This thing has a Intel Celeron 550 at 2.0 gigahertz, and it has 3 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM, and it is running Windows 7 32-bit edition. So let's open a program that both of these computers have. Microsoft Office. Both of these have Microsoft Office 2010 on them. So let's see which one can open Microsoft Word first. So I've put the cursor on both computers on Microsoft Word 2010. So let's click it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so both of them are off. Windows 7 has open Word first. Okay, so How is it using a Windows Vista computer from 2004 in 2018? And in a word, slow. Very slow. Considering that it only has 512 megabytes of, I think, DDR1 memory, wrong cursor, it is so slow to open things. So let's pull up the task manager here and see what's going on. So we are using about 380 megabytes of RAM just using Firefox. And the CPU keeps going up and down and up and down, so let's pull up a simple website, Google. So let's get on to Google. It's complaining that updates are not being installed automatically. I don't really care if they are. So on Google, we are using about 400 MB. So let's load up another page. YouTube. Let's pull up a simple video. So let's pull up one of my videos here. And I cannot even type while I'm typing. So let's hit the search button. Now we are using 100% of CPU, which is a lot. And we're using most of our memory just by using YouTube here. So let's pull up my channel here. I'm just trying to maximize it. It's terrible. Okay. So this is, it literally automatically bookmarked me. You saw that, right? So using Windows Vista on this computer, it's slow with the internet. It's like using a Power PC. And nothing's as bad as a Power PC. So let's close out of Firefox. So it's just like a basic word processing machine. Yes, it is a very nice machine to use. But as a web browser, it's impossible to use. So if all you're gonna do is use Microsoft Word, maybe PowerPoint, maybe check your emails, I would not recommend Windows Vista, but rather Windows XP. XP is 14 years old. No, it's 17 years old, and it still runs perfectly fine on this Toshiba. So let's go under Firefox and try and play a video here. Here it is. So let's try and use YouTube on here. Okay? Let's try and use YouTube. and here's my wallpaper. I had this wallpaper before I restored it. I tried to find it, couldn't, but I like it. Just like this theme. I don't like the Luna theme. So let's go to Google. Yeah, it didn't close out of Firefox properly. So, let's try and open YouTube here. Also, Windows Vista actually slowed down to the point where I can actually turn off the computer, so I actually had to hold the button here. So, I'm going to turn off my TV here. So, we are using, I'm assuming that's memory? I'm not totally sure, but if we are using that much, that's a lot. So let's open up my channel. So, yeah, it's slow to type. I wasn't even typing. So yeah, XP isn't the most fastest operating system on this computer, but it's much better than Windows Vista. So let's go to my channel here. Let's try and play a video. So here's just that destroying Windows 7 and 8.1 video. Let me turn up the volume on the computer. I don't think I ever told you. So, I'm trying to open the volume. So yeah, playing in full screen somewhat works. So, right now it is playing in, let's see, what is it playing in? It's playing in 480p. I think that's the maximum it can go because of my camera. Yeah, so it's playing in the maximum 480p here. Sorry about the low resolution for this video here that it's playing. So I could say, yeah, it plays videos just fine. So there's one last thing that we did not cover on this laptop, and that is the ports and the keyboard. So we're going to cover the keyboard first, and then go on to the actual ports that it has. Okay, so I have one thing to say about this keyboard. It is the best keyboard that I've ever typed on. Honestly, yes, the start and right click buttons are in unusual positions, but this is the best keyboard that I have ever typed on. So yeah, this keyboard is the best keyboard that I have ever typed on, compared to my primary laptop, which sounds like this. So, compare this enter key to that enter key. So, even though that keys are in a weird position, yes, that's the delete key. So when I press Ctrl Alt Delete, yeah, here's the arrow key layout. So yeah, this is the best keyboard that I've ever typed at. And I am also coming from a ergonomic keyboard, which sounds like this. So I'm not sure if you heard that, but that was my ergonomic keyboard and how it sounds. So this, even though that I have a Microsoft Natural Ergonomic keyboard, which looks like this, yes, and I have an ergonomic trackball over here that's connected over to this one. Yes, even though I have an ergonomic keyboard, I'm still saying that this keyboard, it feels nice to type on. It sounds just right. The keys are small, but I can easily type on them. The shift key is, the right one is abnormally larger than the left one. But this one is honestly the best one I've ever typed on. Okay, so now let's go over the ports and stuff that is actually on this computer, so that we know how it looks, I guess. So, in just a second. Luckily I can actually edit now. Okay, so on the front of the computer we have, this used to be a little thumbnail pin, but that was already broken when I got this. So I just took off the actual piece. I think I have the piece somewhere. I'm not gonna bother to look for it, but yeah, this is already broken. Over here we just have some lights, power, is it charged, is it on, I guess the disc light, yeah, stuff like that. So on the left of the computer we have, let me turn it up here. On the left of the computer we have a Kensington lock slot, a fan, a VGA port, that is the only display output that this thing has, because 2004. A USB 2.0, and I'm not sure what this thing is, but it will not accept express cards, because I put one in, the Dell dummy one, I put that one in, and it got stuck. Luckily I forced it out though. On the back, I'm not sure if that's a parallel port or what, but we have this longer port. On the other side we have, I think, a 56K modem and Ethernet. I'm not sure if that's 10-100, 10-100, 1000, or just 10. And on the right, we actually have a power slot, power port, USB 2.0, DVD drive. It's a DVD ROM, so I cannot burn DVDs like I wanted it to. We have, it looks like a headphone, microphone jack, and the volume knob. Toshiba actually used to do volume knobs on their computers. So yeah. So that's the ports for the Toshiba Tecra A2. Okay, so finally, for the last part of the video, we are going to compare the Dell Inspiron 1525 speakers, which are I think right here and here, to the Tecra A2 Toshiba, which are right here and here. And these are actually magnetic, so if you put a screwdriver to it, you get a magnetic screwdriver, which I have actually done. And it's kind of scratched up the speaker, but it still works just fine. So let's play just some Windows Media music. So I'm going to put the camera down. Oh, that's right, I have a school account out here. Show contents. Where's media? Well, I'm deaf. Okay, so we have Flourish playing on both the Dell and on the Toshiba. So let's test out Toshiba speakers. So that was how they sound on the Toshiba. So let's try it on the Dell. Let's crank it up. So this one doesn't sound too bad. But it doesn't sound too good either. Compared to this, these are smoother. So yeah, these speakers don't sound too bad, but don't. It's like if you have a pair of headphones here, I would highly recommend you plug in a pair of headphones to the laptop, because the speakers in this one do not sound good and they don't sound terrible. Versus these are much more smoother. I like these speakers very much. Now, so yes, both of the hinges are broken. That one and that one. But the other side is totally fine, actually. And it's opposite sides also. So, let's do a final shutdown test of both computers and see how fast they shut down. So we're gonna plug this one into VGA. There's Windows 7 appearing right over there. There's XP. Okay, so let's shut down both computers here. So I'm just gonna go over how fast they appear. So we put our finger over the power button with XP or with 7, and over the OK button with XP. So 3, 2, 1, click. So surprisingly, XP is faster to shut down than Windows 7 is, which is pretty weird, considering that this is on a faster partition. This is on a actual hard drive, not on an actual dual boot partition. Windows 7 is actually on a dual boot partition. That's what makes it so fast. It also would be very slow and sluggish. So would I recommend you get the Toshiba Tecra A2 in 2018? Not really. The Pentium M makes it slow. It's a 1.5 gigahertz processor, and, well, it doesn't reach 100 easily. Only if you're, overworking it like we did with Windows Vista. But I would get it only if you have maybe a 5-year-old, because they don't need something powerful like that one. They need just something to do games and stuff. This one, it can do games. It can do a few early 2000 titles like GTA 3 and Simpsons can run, because actually that's what I have on here. So, my advice is try and get a computer like this one. It's faster, it has HDMI, it has a Celeron with or Core 2 Duo, which makes it faster. It has SATA hard drives rather than IDE with that one, so you can easily put an SSD in there and it'll be faster. The battery life, that one only gets 5 minutes on a battery, and then it's totally dead. Where this one, it can last, this battery has lasted me about 45 minutes to an hour, but I always keep it plugged into power, always. So, do not make this your primary computer. It's my advice. So, with that, have a good day, and thank you for watching. Peace out. Have a good day, and peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.